JDiv is back at it, here to give everyone another Chicago Bulls news, rumors, injuries, and updates related video. As this past Friday night, I was finally able to see the Chicago Bulls live. It was at the Pfizer Forum in the Milwaukee, where the Bulls faced the Milwaukee Bucks and lost, but they kept the game relatively close. And honestly, I thought the Bulls were going to win, even without Derrick Jones Jr., Javonte Green, Lonzo Ball, and Zach LaVine. The Bulls almost pulled this game out. They didn't get a lot of offense from a lot of players. They had three guys scoring double figures. DeMar DeRozan had a pretty solid game, got to the foul line a lot. Nikola Vucevic didn't have a solid game, but had an okay game, and he at least scored. And then, of course, Matt Thomas had a pretty good game considering, but we didn't get offense from many other people. Kobe White was struggling from the floor. He couldn't buy a bucket. Ayo Dosunmu didn't do that well on offense. I don't know. He wasn't being aggressive enough, I feel. But, we kept it close, and I thought we really were going to pull it out, despite not having LaVine, despite not having Ball, Javonte Green, or even Derrick Jones Jr. Of course, the big takeaway from the game, Alex Caruso played and got hurt in this game, played the rest of the game. He went up for a lob of sorts or was hacking the basket, and then he got fouled pretty hard by Grayson Allen, who I've never liked as a player ever since the 2015 NCAA tournament when his Duke Blue Devils played my Wisconsin Badgers in the national championship game. And I just haven't liked Grayson Allen since that season, really. But that particular game, because Jahlil Okafor was struggling, and Grayson Allen got put in the game instead of him. And then he led the Blue Devils back when the Badgers almost won the national championship. They almost won March Madness. Crazy to think, but now we know that Alex Caruso was more injured than we thought. He seemed fine for the rest of the game, but now Alex Caruso is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks with a wrist injury. Lonzo Ball, of course, is on the same timetable with a knee issue. We still have Javonte Green and Zach LaVine out, although they might play in the next game as early as tonight. And, of course, Derrick Jones Jr., who I think might be coming back in a week, but who knows what his status is. So we're going to have some tough games here. More players have to step it up. DeMar DeRozan, of course, tonight, the Bulls face the last night, I should say, the Bulls face the Orlando Magic, one of the worst teams in the NBA, and we got our asses handed to us again. Another game where we don't have a lot of offense from a lot of different people. DeMar DeRozan did all he could. He scored 41 points, but it was a lot of isolation basketball where the Bulls, I think, only had 10 or less assists for the entire game. Vucevic had a terrible game. The only other player that really played really well was Kobe White, and he didn't have that spectacular game either, but at least scored 22 points. But he's still struggling to hit a three-point shot all of a sudden, and Ayo Dosunmu didn't do that much at all in this game. So we're going to need some other players to step it up until we get at least somewhat close to healthy. I think a guy that really needs to step it up is Troy Brown Jr. In addition to DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic, I think Troy Brown needs to have really solid games off the bench, especially because our bench has been pretty dismal the past couple games. So we need some help. Only getting 10 or less assists for an entire game, and my nose is really itching all of a sudden, by the way, is ridiculous. So hopefully we can bounce back. It's going to be difficult, especially without Ball and Caruso. I don't know if LaVine and Green are going to play in the next game, but we definitely don't have any really good defenders until Javonte Green gets back. Ayo Dosunmu is like our best defender at the moment. So let me know what you think in the comments section as far as where the Bulls should go from here. If there's any players that they should acquire, I hear we might be interested in Paul Millsap, and it'll be a deal that won't cost us that much. Thoughts on that? Of course, we might need another point guard at the moment until we can get Caruso or Ball back. But I'm thinking when Zach LaVine comes back, Zach LaVine should change his game and be more of a point guard, more of a facilitator. Of course, hit the open shot when it's available, but to let DeMar get his points, let Vooch get his shots, and maybe make it a better team game. I don't know, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Of course, if you're a Bulls fan or if you're a fan of JDev TV and you like Chicago Bulls related content, you like Dexter content, you like Walking Dead content, you like UFC fight reactions, go ahead and smash that like button, especially to help out with the YouTube algorithm. Share the video with anybody that you know that might be interested in this, whether it's just one person you know or perhaps on your social media platforms. Sound off in the comment section about anything that you want to talk about. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, and show your damn support. And of course, be a part of something special. And JDev will return.